Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about configuring GitHub Single Sign-On with ArgoCD. So in this video, we will learn how to configure GitHub Single Sign-On with ArgoCD. ArgoCD is a popular GitOps tool for continuous delivery, supports integration with third-party identity providers to enable single sign-on functionality. So in this video, it provides a step-by-step guide to integrate GitHub as an SSO provider for ArgoCD. By enabling GitHub SSO, teams can streamline authentication, improve security, and simplify access management. So here the prerequisites are AWS account with Ubuntu 24.04 LTS with which is an easy to instance. So and Minikube and kubectl install and basic knowledge of Kubernetes and GitHub. So in this step one, we have to set up a custom DNS name. So here we are using GoDaddy for that. So I'll go for that. So here we have to go for DNS and then we have to go for the DNS records. So here we have to click on add new record. So here we have to use the type as A and then we have to give the public IP address of our instance. So here TTL I'll give 1 hour. So in the name we can use any whichever name we want. So here I'll give it as ArgoGit. So we have to use this for our DNS. So after giving all these things, we have to click on save. So here you can see our DNS record got updated here. So now so we added our domain in the GoDaddy. So now we'll install NGINX and Certbot. So first we'll install this both. So we start. So here we have to configure NGINX for reverse proxy. So for that, we have to create a new config file and then we have to paste this content in that. So, so here the NGINX and Certbot both got installed. So here we have to create a new config file. So we have to paste this content here. Here we have to give our domain name. So here I gave the name of the domain as ArgoGit. So here I give ArgoGit dot and my domain name is, here you can see it's DevOps.xyz. So now we have to give this. So after giving this, I'll just save it. So now we have to apply the configuration. So for that, we'll use these commands. So here the configuration is done. So now we have to issue the SSL certificate by using the certbot. So for that, we have to use this command. So here we have to give our domain name. So after giving this, click on enter. So here we have to give our email address. So I'll give a email address. So here we have to give yes and click on enter. Again we have to give yes and enter. So now we'll get a certificate with this domain name. So here we successfully received the certificate and our certificate got deployed. So by using this link, we can access our website. So now we have to configure GitHub OAuth app for SSO. So first we have to go to GitHub account and then settings and then developer settings. And then we have to go for OAuth app and we have to create an OAuth app. So here I'll go for GitHub, go for the settings. Here go for the developer settings. So here you can see OAuth apps. So click on that. Here click on new OAuth app. So our application name is ArgoCD. So here our homepage URL is argogit.devopsin.xyz. So here our callback URL is, wait, I have to add the HTTPS here as we are using the second connection here. So for the callback URL, we have to give these extra things, which are API, DEX and callback. So this is our callback URL. So after giving these things, we have to click on register. So let's click on register application. So now we need ID and secrets. So here we have to note down the client ID and client secrets here. So this is the ID. Now let's store the secret here. So after storing these things, click on update application. So if you see here, the OAuth app is done. The name is ArgoCD. So now we have to install and deploy the ArgoCD on the Kubernetes. So first, create the namespace. So now we'll deploy the ArgoCD here by using this command. So let's wait for it to create. So here, after deploying the ArgoCD, we have to edit the service configuration of ArgoCD. So we have to change here. You can see configuring GitHub Single Sign-On with ArgoCD. So we have to modify, like we have to change cluster IP to node port here. So cluster IP exposes the services only within the cluster. So here node port makes the services accessible externally via a specific port on the nodes. So we have to change that. So before that, all these things should run. So here everything are running. So let's change the cluster IP to the node port. So after giving node port, save it. So now after that, I'll use this command to check whether it changed to node port or not. So here you can see the cluster IP changed to the node port. So now, so it changed to node port. So now let's configure ArgoCD for GitHub SSO. So we have to edit the ArgoCD config map to configure GitHub as the SSO provider. So here I'll use this command for that. So these remaining things will be same. Here I'll add these things. So here we have to change some things. So here we have to give our client ID, which we stored it here. So here the client ID, and then here we have to give our client secret. So after giving here, we have to give our redirect URL, which we gave on the GitHub. So, our domain name was ArgoGit. So here we have to give our URL. So here I gave the URL. So after giving that, we have to restart ArgoCD. So here I gave the client ID, client secret, redirect URL, and the URL. So after giving all these things, let's save this configuration. Now let's restart it. So after restarting, we'll access ArgoCD by with GitHub SSO by using the port forwarding. So I'm forwarding the port. So here I'll give the domain name. So click on enter. So here you can see the ArgoCD page. So here you can see the login via GitHub. So click on that. So it is asking for authorization. So here click on authorize. So here we can see the entire ArgoCD over here. So here also you can see the connection is secure. Here you can see this is the SSL certificate. So, everything is done. So in the conclusion, integrating GitHub SSO with ArgoCD not only improves the security of your continuous delivery processes, but also provides a convenient and centralized access mechanism for your team. So this setup empowers DevOps teams to better manage authentication while aligning with modern security practices. By following these steps, you have successfully secured your ArgoCD environment using GitHub as a trusted identity provider. So that's it about configuring GitHub Single Sign-On with ArgoCD. So that's it for today. So yeah, thank you.